Hello, everybody. Welcome. Is Garnacho in trouble? That is the question, the burning question that is on every Manchester United fan. You're welcome to this new show that we've just started, basically reacting to the daily news and trends and rumors and stuff that we hear in the media, and also to kind of combat and debunk and also kind of try to get my words out, combat and debunk certain rumors, or probably just analyze it through a human perspective, or take, you know, the notions of both sides to try to draw a very sensible analysis without drawing conclusions. Now, the question here, at least for this first video of this new show, is Garnacho in trouble? That's the question, right? Because there's a whole lot going on social media, a whole lot going on with regards to everybody reacting to what the situation is with Manchester United and with Garnacho being substituted and all of that. And we as Manchester United fans seem to fall into that trap every time, especially when the media draws attention to it. And we as fans, instead of focusing on what the most important thing is, which is the game, think about how we are going to try to win the game and help, cheer the team on. We're focusing on certain things with regards to, I'm saying we because all of us are involved. We're focusing on certain things with regards to, how our players react and all of that. Instead of you could see Amorim pacing as always. He always paces round the touchline and all of that. But no, we decided to focus on Alejandro Garnacho. And focusing on Alejandro Garnacho meant that we would basically focus on the fact that he walked straight into the dressing room. That's a very big question that we need to ask ourselves, and we need to ask: is Alejandro Garnacho in trouble? Because the truth is, I didn't even think about it. If I'm going to be honest, I didn't even remember, that Garnacho was actually going to basically walk to the dressing room immediately after. I was focused on the game because my heart was panting. We were, I think we were 2-1 up when Dogu got that red card. Obviously, somebody in the attacking three, especially with Garnacho, Højlund, and Joshua Zirkzee, were going to take or we're going to be sacrificed, right? We're going to be sacrificed. Now, we didn't expect, everybody thought, like for me, I thought it was going to be like Joshua Zirkzee or probably Rasmus Højlund, seeing as he is the one with the list, confidence and all of that. I thought it was Rasmus Højlund, then we'll play Garnacho as front two. But Ruben Amorim saw something different. He saw some kind of hard work. He wanted ball control. He didn't want like ping pong style game. He didn't want us to start, running back and forth. And he saw something that Joshua Zirkzee and Rasmus Højlund offered to the team that Garnacho probably didn't offer defensively. Attacking wise, most definitely Garnacho was like basically, an attacking threat throughout the game. I mean, for the first 45 minutes that he was on. But when you look at it from the tactical perspective, we were going to take another direction instead of going direct and leaving ourselves short. And I saw the sense in it, despite the fact that most of us, including May, didn't agree with that substitution. But we saw the sense in it. And we went with it and believed in the manager. I mean, we were 2-1 up, right? And for me, I don't even think that would have been a situation where even Jaden Philogene goal was avoidable, because if we had pressed him, probably he wouldn't get that chance to score. The second goal, I mean, where he just kind of tried to cross and then he just snuck into the net. But then it happened to be that Jaden Philogene scored that goal, right? But we still found a way to win. Now, fans, instead of focusing on the game, they focused on Garnacho. And they focused on the fact that he was walking down to the dressing room. Now, we're going to basically analyze some of the videos that were making the rounds before we talk about what Ruben Amorim said. Now, we're going to just look at the first video of Garnacho walking down to the dressing room, and then we'll analyze it. So this is the first one. Now, that was the first video of Garnacho walking to the dressing room, right? We're gonna replay it again. Okay, no, we're gonna play the second video. Second video from, I think, probably from the same angle or a different angle. Let's see. So this is from a different angle where a fan was actually, recording, and then basically we would see that we will follow him through till the end as to him going to the dressing room. Now he shook, like he didn't really, because the camera panned while I was watching the game on TV. The camera panned to behind Ruben Amorim, and you could tell that Garnacho wasn't happy that he was being subbed. I mean, he's human. He's bound to feel very unhappy that he was sacrificial lamb, but it is what it is. Let's keep going. Now, I want you to notice something. Alejandro Garnacho walking down that line, the fans were clapping for him. They probably thought he was he had a knock, or they were just appreciating the fact that he was a sacrificial lamb, but they were clapping for him. So on that side of the fans, they were appreciating him. But let's keep going. Now we saw that he went straight to the dressing room. The point we're trying to make is that why would a fan deliberately follow Garnacho from, like, what was the plan? He followed, like, how did you know he followed Garnacho from when he was being subbed off? Like, you knew he was going to walk down the dressing room. Like, I wouldn't even focus on that. Probably, I would probably not even realize that happened. But you zoomed in on him to see his response or his reaction. And then I took time to look at what was existing on social media, and I'll try probably just tell you some of the things I saw. Some of the things I saw included basically some saying, "Oh, he thinks he's Ronaldo. He's walking out on the team. He thinks he's him. He should get out. He should go. This, and that." Like, everybody just kept dropping all sorts of, like, I'll try and see if I can find some and just read, and then we can take it to the next level. Then I'll show you what Ruben Amorim said, and I'll tell you that we as Manchester United fans tend to allow ourselves to be drawn to backlash and media and all of those things. Like, and I'll tell you also from a different perspective, right? From a different perspective. So Alejandro Garnacho's biggest problem is that this is another United fan. This was posted 18 hours ago by a parody account of Ruben Amorim. It says Alejandro Garnacho's biggest problem is that he actually thinks he is Cristiano Ronaldo. Like, you might be right, but you can also be wrong, right? And then he says, this other one said, just seen this clip now, which included, or which indeed shows that that's from United Faithfuls, which indeed shows that Garnacho told, no, okay, no, let's not go to where I'll tell you what I can draw from this. Now, yeah, so a lot of fans are like, oh, Garnacho this. Garnacho walks down the tunnel immediately after being taken off and then posts on his Instagram, I'm tired of these. The guest person says, oh, I'm tired of these players acting like this. He posts on his Instagram. He is human. And I'm going to try and show you what that post was. Let me see if I can show you what that post was. He posted on his Instagram, right? And the truth is, you can take any meaning you want to take from this. This is Alejandro Garnacho's post on Instagram. Now, you can take any meaning you want to take from this post. You can take any meaning you want. You can draw up any conclusions you want from this post. But one thing you need to understand is that the post could mean he was disappointed that he was subbed off. He was also disappointed that he didn't get the chance to play. It could mean anything. It could also mean that he's actually irritated that he's made the sacrificial lamb. But what can we, like, how could we basically be drowning our own young players, drowning them, we as Man United fans, drowning them, right? Okay, so I'll play you a video or a clip of Ruben Amorim's response. Now, the response is focused specifically on the first time that Ruben Amorim was asked about, when he was first asked about the, first of all, when he was first asked about the Leandro Garnacho situation and why he took him off, the first time Ruben Amorim was asked. And this is what we found.
Also, when you took Alejandro off, what was the thinking behind that, and did you have permission to go into the dressing room as well?
Oh, I was cold and wet, maybe. The thinking was that we were play more in.
Now, Ruben Amorim said, when he was asked, what was the thinking for subbing Alejandro Garnacho? And did he have the permission to go to the changing room? That was the question. We're going to take it again, and then you'll see what I'm talking about.
Also, when you took Alejandro off, what was the thinking behind that, and did you have permission to go into the dressing room as well?
Oh, I was cold and wet.
Now, Alejandro, Ruben Amorim, I believe, and I've observed this man like for a while now. He's a smart man. He knows what's up. I believe he knows and he believes that Alejandro Garnacho had the permission to go. And I'll play you another clip. I'll play you those clips I played again in the beginning, and then you see what I mean. Had the permission to go to the dressing room or changing room, even though he didn't specifically say, oh, I need the permission to go, but he showed that he needed to get to the dressing room. But look at Ruben Amorim's response. That should have killed the situation. He says it was cold and wet. And then that's the second question answer. The first question answer was, oh, the thinking was that we needed to maintain the same structure and we wanted to play 5-3-1. Seeing as we were ahead and we needed to defend, we needed to get one defender so that I keep the wing backs running down the flanks. We still have the wing position while Joshua Zirkzee and Rasmus Højlund play like a 2, or probably Joshua Zirkzee is more withdrawn than Rasmus Højlund. Like, simple, straightforward answer. We didn't need to flog this over and over again, but the media will always be the media. Let's keep going.
Maybe. The thinking was that we were play more in the 5-3-1. I know that is a risk because you are taking one, maybe the only player now that he has 1 against 1 in pace. But I felt the team was okay in controlling of the game, almost in the half time.
That's what it is. He was taking a risk. An elite manager would take risks. He took a risk, hoping that, yeah, we know we have a good player, better than most of the players in the team when it comes to one on one. Or he says, I knew we're taking a risk, but we had to because we believed that we had control at least up until half time. Pretty straightforward answer. Let's keep going.
And then we make the substitution, and we had to choose someone to go out. We have to think about set pieces also, so it was my choice.
That must be very.
Said it. We had to choose someone to go out, and we had to also think about set pieces. And it was set pieces that helped us win the game. So, like, he needed to bring another type of threat, and we needed to use set pieces. So he's talking about set piece defending, set piece attacking, breaking it down straightforward to what Ruben Amorim has said. Then somebody now said that must be very pleasing. The same guy was asking a question, but let's keep going.
Very pleasing that if you thought about set pieces, you've got 3 goals from dead ball kicks as well.
Yes, and we talk about that many times here when we are suffering goals, and you talk about Carlos and change with Andreas. We are in the same team, and today they win the game for us, so the credit for them.
So he acknowledged basically the best set piece coaches, Carlos and Andreas, that they helped win the game because of how they applied themselves to like helping us win the game. So he gave credit to them. Now, to the second response, second video, I'm going to play for you.
Truly deserve the 3 points today.
Now, in this video, basically, the media wanted to make an agenda out of the Garnacho situation, and that is why they asked this question again. Now, watch.
Can I just ask 2 questions, please? Just clarify, you're not unhappy with Alejandro Garnacho
Now, now he said, "Oh, you can see the caption there. It says you are not unhappy with Alejandro Garnacho. Like, why are you trying to raise something that doesn't exist? The manager will deal with it. Must you get a response so that you can build up something of an agenda and make Alejandro Garnacho villain? It's only in Manchester United that stuff like these happen. But let's keep going.
Just clarify, you're not unhappy with Alejandro Garnacho then for going down there?
You are making a connection with Rashford, right?
He said that you're making a connection with Rashford. I think Alejandro Garnacho was trying to probably say you're making connection with Cristiano Ronaldo, but he said you're making a connection with Rashford, right? But it is what it is, because the truth is, if Amorim is responding to a situation where he said something about somebody has to apply and be involved with all the team, then if you're going to be unhappy with Rashford, then you should also be unhappy with Alejandro Garnacho. And then he says, "Oh," and then you watch what the reporter said. He said, "Oh, I'm just asking." But Ruben Amorim knows what he wants in his mind. So he doesn't even need you to start telling him and start asking questions. I know they want to get headlines and all that. And the truth is, he's very sarcastic about his response. And he gives them their headlines. Since it's the headlines, they want take the headlines, right? But I think he's beginning to understand this media and reporters. But let's keep going. You hear what he had to say.
With Rashford, right?
No, I'm just asking.
Yeah, I know. I'm not. What I'm saying is that I'm going to talk obviously with Garnacho about that. So I will talk about that if you want in the next press conference.
Do you see that? Oh, I am obviously going to talk with Garnacho, and we'll talk about it. But if you want a response, we'll probably excuse me. If we want a response, we'll probably talk about this in the next press conference. Think about it. Think about it. We as Man United fans like to pander to these reporters. We like to make sure that we build certain agendas against certain players. I'm not saying that anybody has an agenda against anybody and all of that. Right? What he said, basically. And let's keep going. Let's keep going so that we can finish this video up.
I just want to know.
Now, you could tell, basically, he already said what he said. He already told them what he needed to tell them. But obviously, after that, TNT had this to say on their socials. You're making the connection with Rashford, right? I am going to speak to him about that. If you didn't watch the video, you would think that that is what he exactly said, and then we just boom, blow it up on social media. Or he said, you're making a connection with Rashford. I'm obviously going to talk to Garnacho about it. And then if you want a response, I will tell you in the next press conference. That's a head coach who knows what the media is doing, and he's playing the game. He's playing the game. And then afterwards, Alejandro Garnacho went on to post on his social on Instagram. Obviously, people would always create a meaning out of whatever he posted and said, "Oh, Alejandro Garnacho on Instagram, he posted a picture saying important 3 points, team spirit." Well, so with a feast, team spirit, Manchester United, and that was it. And then that died down, but some people also will not let it go because next thing they said was, "Oh, now he has gotten the talking from he has gotten the talking from Ruben Amorim with regards to his actions and all of that." He probably got the talking. He probably got apologized. He probably apologized. But the part of the video before we end this show that I want to show you is the fact that Alejandro Garnacho gestured to the bench before stepping out. Just watch closely. So he gestured to the bench before stepping out. Watch closely. Now just watch him make that hand gesture. Just watch him make that hand gesture. You see that? Exactly. He made that hand gesture stating that he was actually going to the changing room to change his shirt. Simple stuff. We'll watch it again from another angle, maybe from the side angle that we just watched that time. You will see for yourself. Now look at his hands. Just look at his hands. Watch his two hands. Okay, shakes. Touched on the chin. Boom. He's going to change my shirt. Easy peasy. He's a human being. He's a professional player. He knows what's up. So, I don't know why we're trying to make an agenda out of it. Because the truth is one person will only see that video and think maybe Alejandro Garnacho did that to spite the team. He walked out on the team and all of that. But we can see it out there for ourselves that Alejandro Garnacho did not actually walk out on the team. He took permission to go change his shirt. And Ruben Amorim said it was cold and wet. Right? I could feel for him. But on the other hand, Alejandro Garnacho should also know that any actions he take, the spotlight is always on him as a would-be star player, and that everybody was going to draw anything out of it. But I can also understand from the emotional perspective that he's getting subbed off, so he's going to probably be annoyed about the situation of things, about being the sacrificial lamb, that someone else could have been subbed off, and then he would now, just go to the dressing room to cool off instead of showing his frustrations on the bench, and then you're doomed if you do, you're doomed if you don't. So it is what it is. Let me know your thoughts and feelings. For one, I wouldn't wish for us to just let our player go because of an action without actually hearing two sides. And I would also advocate for us to be patient and support him till he is, till he is. Just wanted to show you just a little bit of that, so you can see for yourself, basically, that he gestured to the bench that he was leaving. See that? Exactly. So let's cut our own player some slack and allow him to thrive as a Man United player and grow, and not press him. If you watch Ruben Amorim's response to certain things, and he says that the players are under pressure, but they're in their own bubble. If you watch the press conference, even with some of the shorts that I've posted, you will see that in the press conference he says the players are in their own bubble. They understand what's going on. That anything that happens, the media is going to go with it. They see stuff that goes on in social media and all of that about them, and they just basically are feeling a lot of pressure, and this will bring pressure on Garnacho. Now you see stats around there who is played 15 games, no goal, blah 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 blah. Oh, he doesn't pass. Oh, he doesn't do this. Oh, he doesn't do that. That's a whole lot to bear for a player. We as Man United fans need to be supportive. I've never seen this. Maybe Chelsea fans, maybe they put a lot of pressure, but they're not as big as a club as Man United. They put a lot of pressure on players like Jadon Sancho as well. Oh, he hasn't done this. Oh, Madueke hasn't done this. Oh, Neto hasn't done this. Nkunku this. Nkunku that. We shouldn't be doing the same things they do. You never say Man City fans slag their own players. Yes, we're not in a good spell right now, but we're doing our best to um create create an atmosphere for these guys to thrive, not to create a toxic atmosphere where they can't even build. This guy's just 20, bro. He's just 20. Look at Lenioro, just 20. I mean, these guys are in their 20s. Maybe Dalo is 25. Ugarte is 23. Joshua Zirkzee is 23. Rasmus Højlund is 21, 22. Like, these guys are just young. They are still finding their feet. They're in their second contract and all of that. Let's not put pressure on them and try to build an environment for them not to be able to thrive. But it is what it is. Let me know your thoughts and feelings. Let me know your thoughts and feelings about everything. And let's build from here and take it to the next level. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing and following us on social media. We will continue to grow and we'll continue to build a community together. Please do not forget to leave your comments and tell me what you think about this reaction to Alejandro Garnacho, and then we'll see you on the next one. Take care, goodbye, and God bless.